If you are conversant with the issue between the Benin Traditional Councils and some Inigi, which eventually against the palace, how some of them were suspended. The next video you are going to see is that of the people from Igbanke, because some traditional rulers there were also suspended. Today they are doing a press conference telling the world that the Benin Traditional Council does not have the right to suspend the traditional ruler, that they are of the Igbo origin, probably found themselves in Benin land. And in another video you are going to watch, it's a video from one of the sons of Benin who has so much understanding about the Benin tradition that is going to school those doing this press conference, telling them what they are up against. But sometimes when you don't receive such education, when the punishment eventually set in, you might be thinking that some persons just want to punish you unjustly, not knowing that before you take any steps, so long as we are not living in a banana republic, you're supposed to know that there's law guiding everybody. Now, sit tight and watch the two videos.
Unity. We want to first of all acknowledge the presence of our kings in Igbanke. One of our kings is the Olije, Lucky Yosunde III. Eze of Ota, Dr. J.C. Isito. Eze of Ake, Chukwueku Igbenedion, Igbenoba. Eze of Omolua, Edobo Waifo. Eze of Igbonto, Moses Omorodion. Eze of Idumodi, Blessing Igebo. Our resolution for the suspension of Ezes of Igbanke communities. We, the people of Akikowa, socio-cultural group of Igbanke, and Igbanke generally hereby stated that Igbanke is not Benin. We, the people of Igbanke, received a letter from Benin Traditional Council, headed by the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewere II, suspending our ancient traditional monarchs of Igbanke, known as Ndeze. The late Oba of Benin, who passed on April 2016, Oba Opolopolo Eredua I, of blessed memory, was the person who came to persuade the Ezes of Igbanke to bear a nogi, because every other community rulers in Orion local government area are bearing such. Oba Eredua came to Igbanke in the year 1982 to plead with the kings of the land to answer a nogi. Oba Eredua knows fully well that Igbanke kings are called Eze or Obi, but his purpose was a subtle one. Why he was saying it to sound like all traditional rulers in the area of local government to have one common name, his ulterior motive was to deceive the kings of Igbanke and the people of Igbanke. Don't understand, and people of Igbanke don't understand or speak Benin. They didn't quickly rebuke him, the Oba Eredua. We, the people of Igbanke, are challenging the Benin traditional monarch to tell the whole world who is that Benin prince that is appointed as a nogi in Igbanke land, and in what year did that Benin prince came to the geographic location known today as Igbanke. But before then, our traditional rulers are known and called Eze, while the elderly men are called Ogele, Okpara, Uku, Ndinche, and Eze. Also in Igbanke, we have the traditional priesthood system, which is headed by Eze Nwa Obu, Eze Dibia. It is not acceptable to the people of Igbanke for another king to issue suspension or removal of the kings of Igbanke, because the throne of kingship in Igbanke is hereditary. Our kings are born, kings are not appointed, they are not appointees or chiefs. Oba of Benin, they are not appointees of the Oba of Benin. Igbanke is an autonomous community headed by 6 kings, which are appointed by any Oba, which are appointed by any other of Benin, either presently or before, and they are not Beninese. The people of Igbanke have been known in time past. Can you stop? There's something wrong there. No, we'll never finish. There's something wrong there. Yes, look at what he said here. Oh, you edit, Abi? Because he said the people of the Oba are appointed by Benin.
No, what the other one needs to say that they are not being appointed. They are not being, it's a typo error. Yeah, they are not.
Okay. Can I read from there now? Igbanke is an autonomous community. Okay. Igbanke is an autonomous community headed by 6 kings, which are not appointed by any Oba of Benin, either presently or before, and they are not Beninese. The people of Igbanke have been known in time past as Western Ibos, Midwest Ibos, Bende Ibos, Eka Ibo. In Igbanke, we speak Eka language, which the people of Benin neither speak nor understand. There is no similarity between both language. Igbanke shared common boundary with Eka communities in the north to Tekmo and Eka community in Ugweben, local government in Edo State. In the south with Agbo.
Ibia do nozomo waya domo anyone imagine am always other one. Well, a quick one. I want to quickly talk about the pictures flying on around social media. A lot of our people have reached out to me from all over the world, concerning the banker issues. Well, I will advise that we shouldn't be troubled at all. I care about Benin Kingdom. When there are issues that are troubling comes, identify them quickly. Of all the worries in Edo land, this is the least most irrelevant. It's irrelevant. In few minutes, I'll make you understand. There are more important issues that are dear to me. But for those who are concerned, that is why I'm doing this video. For those who are concerned, the reason why we had to fight the past administration was because of issues like this. So that when we have a friendly government who works in tandem with our traditional institution, issues like these are not supposed to be issues. This matter about Igbanke has nothing to do with the Oba of Benin. So it is not Oba Benin's fight. It is not even our fight. It is a fight of the government. And I will explain so. There is a law that guides the chieftaincy, and there's a chieftaincy traditional gazette that guides Edo State. Now, in Edo South, I've explained this several times. There are no traditional rulers. It's just a traditional ruler, and that's the only Oba of Benin. Every other title holders are chiefs, are delegate subjects of the Oba of Benin. So if you feel that you're a king in your own right, that is just a personal thought or an afterthought. Or you can say a personal ambition, but don't allow it get to the public. That's what we're saying. Everybody can claim to be a king. Even I as a Zoduwa can say, I'm the king of Uwaron group of companies. That's my personal thought. But not in the king in the right sense of being a traditional ruler. The law prohibits that any other person should see himself as a traditional ruler as far you are within the geographical space called Edo South Senatorial District. All right, that is what the law says. So if anybody now comes out and said that he is Obi of this, Eze of this, it is now between that person and the law. It's between that person and the law. This ordinarily would have been a difficult matter, or would have been a troubling matter to me if the past administration is still in the government, because he would have been very happy to even sponsor these people to fight Benin Kingdom, because that was his main agenda: divide, kill, destroy Benin Kingdom. But now that we no longer have that kind of person that has that kind of mindset as an Edo State governor, these are no issues. You know, often at times, the most emotional people in Nigeria are the Igbo people. They get themselves into problem when the people who they are trying to foment problems with strike back. They start crying, they are fighting our people, they are fighting our people, they are fighting our people. But they will cry. Now, by the eventuality of when this matter of Enigi started, a few years ago, I did warn. I want to warn again that these set of suspended Enigi in Igbanke.
I don't want to believe that
you are Benin.
This is the handiwork.
But if you said you are not a Benin man, it is not
so
my
me, I'll
place
tell you,
as a Benin man
laziness.
to force my identity on anybody.
Fast
There are so many ethnic groups out there who
I just want
to
to be like
called
others.
Benin people. But based
Now,
on
sometimes this one now, they talk.
the colony, the British colony has made us a British colony.
So many
it is
persons,
more or less now
their
very
life
difficult.
has been cut short
So
as a result of
Benin
this
do not drag
issue.
people
Make
to
I just
identify
start
as Benin.
run overnight, make money.
It's even other people.
You get that one where they call Abuja area mama
I'm
that time.
very happy.
And I know say that so she take back.
With all sense of humility, I am very happy that
We have seen
when
so
I
many
travel
cases where they go, they don't go come back. But person way won't lure you into it. We tell you, you can just put money, you just enjoy yourself, they pay you.
We do not drag ethnic groups, but we are happy
the
and
spiritual
willing
implication
to have our people
and some other things where this thing
interact with
will
us,
involve you, you not go
to
do.
bond with us, and that's what we
There's so many big girls
in
out
particular
there.
have done for the past
They
6
go ask
to 7
themselves,
years.
what
So
have I
I'm
done
coming
wrong
back to
that
the
no
issues
man
of
is
these
seeing
people
me
who are trying to
as a
push
woman
this
they want people
suspended Enigi
forgetting that that's the way
into
they
the
see
oblivion
for
of the
your body.
past. I
Good man
want
will
to
say, this
appeal
is must
again
be
to
my
this
wife.
Enigi.
Somebody
Those
don't collect
good
and
sons
take you
of
to
Igbanke,
do
those
any
good
money
daughters of
ritual or
Igbanke.
whatever else.
My name is
And that is
Zodua.
why some of them will end up
I
miserable.
have a premonition
In
of
all of this,
always
parental
prophesying
guidance,
to what
home training
can be
matters
avoided
a
in
lot.
the future. So
We have seen cases
want
where
also
small
appeal,
picking of
do not
17
allow
stroke 18,
this
the mama go dey
some
compare am with other girls.
miscreants,
And so small
miscreants
boys they
on
carry
social
you.
media
Go see the other one and Benz come drop
to
on that day.
push
If
this
you dey go outside
suspended Enigi
as it's coming back,
who
that boy will carry you will not buy shawarma.
who still have
Come carry.
future,
That boy will
if
follow that day will not buy shawarma
properly
and give
guided,
you come give me for us or suya.
or
And
coming
they not
back
follow
as
am
an
again.
Enoge.
Look for
Don't
somebody that
allow
will give
these
you
people
something
to
as a
push
gift
you
to
into
come give your mama.
oblivion.
Your mama go dey put
The
am
fight that
in
you
the
think
very
is the fight
bad
that you're
light
trying to spite the Oba of
just to
Benin.
make
You're
sure
not spiting the Oba
mama
of Benin.
enjoy. Whether
You're not
the
spiting the
girl
Benin
fit to
people.
one Dambaru,
You are
one square,
spiting
nobody knows.
the Edo
This is
State
at the
government.
areas.
Because
And these are the
this is a
areas
matter
where
of
mama
law,
supposed to stand
and
with
we
you.
will
My
allow
people, this is
law
good, this is
deal
not
with
good.
it.
Because that age
Like
where
I
they
have
dey,
said before,
it
these
can
are
be
very
so
emotional
confusing.
people.
The care is
Whenever they
not
do
taking
things
their pressure will
emotionally,
match in.
if it
Before you know it,
backfires, they
they'll
start
begin to do
crying.
things where their mates they do.
Zoo people, Nigeria
Imagine
is a
this
zoo,
one now.
but they are
Let's
acting like
assume say these
animals
people are
now.
just ritualists.
You see, they are acting like
They
animals.
use them.
If they were intelligent like
Pata
human beings
later
were
you go
supposed to
arrest those
be,
boys.
they
But
should
the
have
life we don't
understood
go.
that this is a matter of law.
No matter
Call
how
yourself
life
an
dey
easy.
difficult, I always dey use an
You
advice.
must be accepted
If
by
you
the
are
law.
the strong
To
type
call yourself an
who dey
OP,
also,
the law must
there are still some
recognize you.
legitimate
The
acts
law does
of
not
making it.
recognize these people you are
You must not
forcing an
involve
easy
yourself in
title
any
on.
crime
The law
or
does not
anything that
recognize
will
you on these people you are
destroy
forcing
your
to
life.
be on. So,
This one now we are
Okawa
talking about
Kanyoba,
the bitter, but do you also know that
Amakaiman,
they
I
can
have
also
other things to
contract
think
some
about.
incurable disease
Pressing
through this
issues, one
mess
of which is insecurity.
for 20,000
Benin
naira.
Kingdom has to be safeguarded
And don't be so surprised now. This same
because
lady
of this so much insecurity.
get
And
serious
I'm
boyfriend.
planning a very
That one they hustle on a daily basis.
huge program for this
That
year.
on a
By
very
the
good
end of
day,
this year,
they will
a
see
conference that's
themselves
going to
as
unite
husband
the
and wife.
entire Benin Kingdom.
As this
These
video
are two things on my
on
front
social
burner.
media now, what
Every
do you
other
think
things
of
are
that
just side
media?
distractions. These are distractions. But
Life
for those who want to take this
must
matter
be.
out, or any social
If you
cultural
are
who
not
wants to
greedy,
take this matter out,
you are
let me
working
guide you.
towards making
Write
it
a
in life.
letter. All right.
There's
When you write a
never a
letter,
time when God no go answer you We know
write
say
it to the
things are
governor
very
through the
difficult.
office of
But
the
in
Attorney
midst of
General
those difficulties,
and through the office
some
of
guests
the
like you dey inside
Ministry
market.
of Chieftaincy,
You go just carry
local government and
Maggi,
chieftaincy
tomatoes,
affairs.
every small thing. You go just
Write
show
a
that
letter
somewhere.
through these two
Before you know it,
ministries. All right,
one after
Ministry
the
of
other,
Justice
first
and
way you use
Ministry of
one
Local
train start.
Government and
Before you know, you
Chieftaincy.
go look for
Tell
spot.
them
You buy.
that this is
At
what
times
the
you go
law
carry on
said.
credit, one sell
That
finish, you
there
go
are
pay the person.
traditional rulers
Before you know,
over
you
that
don't
the
open
Oba
big
Benin. Some
shop.
people are trying
You
to cause
dey too
anarchy
many
in this
places.
land. They
But
are
some
trying
of
to
you no
call
wan
themselves
enter market,
traditional
market
rulers.
is still there.
And some of these people
Meanwhile, some of
were
those things wey una dey
suspended,
talk about,
were
na somebody dey
suspended by
sell.
the Oba Benin
Have you
and
ever
were
considered that?
ratified by the same state government.
This my nails,
Send them.
it must
Those
be so
people
and
are
so
posting
Gucci nails and
pictures.
every other thing. And somebody
Give
sit down, open shop
the
where you go
add
do
those
that
evidence.
you dey give am
Add the
money.
evidence of
And
their
that same
pictures.
person dey collect your money.
Put it
And
in
the
the
money
next
wey
few
you go
days or
dey
few weeks.
take risk,
Most of these
take get
people will be
somewhere,
in Oko
you go
or
give
in
am
White
to
House.
somebody who has
And
to
in
do.
their
You just be
usual
like person wey be
charades,
say
they will come to the
you
social
do your
media. And do you know
instead of
what
to
they're going to
invest
say?
the money
They are oppressing
for
our
something that
people.
will bring
They are
money
oppressing
again.
Igbo people
You go still
in
carry the
Edo
money
land.
go
But
in
don't
Igbo land,
forget,
they
they
go
were
buy one
trying to
car wey dey
institute
money.
Eze whatever,
Mechanic wey you no
or
wan
whatever
learn
association
go
about
eventually
7 to
carry the
8 years
motor
ago
go meet mechanic
in Edo
when the
land.
motor spoil.
The
That
Benin
same
thing should
mechanic now
go.
go still go dey do
We took
another
them to
yahoo
court
because where
and
A go
told
spoil,
them
go
that
say
you
na
cannot establish
ABCD
it.
na him spoil. You
Ask
carry money give
them
am just the way you
what
dey
was
cheat
the
another
end
people
game
dey collect their money.
of that
Now so this same mechanic wey you think say maybe you no
court
get sense
battle.
go
We are
still dey
very
carry
strategic.
in the name of
We are not
pass
going to
to collect
fight
the
or
money
shoot
from you.
gun.
At the end, the
Like I
motor
just said,
fit turn to something wey you no go fit maintain.
report them. The
Now,
government might not be
who
aware
is now
of these
enjoying it?
their
That's the mechanic.
anarchy
Because
they
you
are
don't
trying
put
to
your
commit
life
in
for
Edo
this.
land.
They collect
Make
money
the
from
government
somewhere
aware, and
unjustly.
they'll be taken
The
care of.
motor
Like
wey
I
you use am
said,
buy
I
now
would
you
have
no fit maintain.
taken this
And the
upon me,
mechanic wey
but
collect money from
there
you
are
use am
more
do
than
that,
enough people
marry,
who can take
train
this. But
children
I'm
for
just
school,
giving a
living
guideline.
peacefully.
Quote the
So
1979
sometimes
edit.
this life na brain.
All right, that
Una no let
outside the Oba Benin,
pressure
every other one
push
are
una
chiefs of
go
the
do
Oba
wetin una
Benin,
no
which were
suppose do.
enabled and created.
Otherwise,
So it is
if
not in my
anything
place for me to
happen,
tell the
na una go
Igbanke
still
people
bear
they
am.
are Benin
Imagine this
people or
one now.
not. Everybody can identify
I
who
just
they
hope
want
and
to
pray
identify with. But
that
what we are
this
saying, as
generation
far as Edo South Senatorial
make
District
no
is
worse pass
concerned,
the
you
one
cannot be a
that
king.
will be
It's only the
coming.
Oba Benin that
Because
can be.
if
Whatever title you think you hold, you are a subject of the
I
Oba
just
and
pray
you're
for
the
this
chief of the
generation.
Oba. That's what we have
Now,
said. If you
if
have
you check very
anything
well, you will
against
discover
that,
that the parents who train
go
us,
and
they were
go
homely,
take us to
culture,
court.
mannered.
You take us to
Despite
court.
all of that, you see they get
will
children
be there.
who
I
deaf for
think
ear, who
I'll
no
be
one
one of
understand, who no one even
the
follow wetin suppose
more
be.
cast or more testify
Imagine
that this
same
is what the
person wey
law
dey do
said.
hook up now in this
So
generation, in our
understand
age,
these things. In their
they
usual
can
manners, they are
eventually
going to
end up for
cry
one
and they
man
will
house
cry very well later.
on the born.
You see,
Which
they will
character you want
cry.
to train
They'll
children?
cry very well
Make they
later.
not do that same before.
So
Because you not get
very
that moral
emotional
justice.
people.
Now, we
They
people
are very
do.
not
So,
calculative.
and
I'm
that
telling
one
you
they
now
pay me.
that if you guys
If
were
the
smart enough,
generation
you
can
could
be
have gone
this
and studied the law.
worse, what will
You could
become
have gone
of
and studied the law.
the
So this is
generation
not
that
you
will come
fighting
out
the
of
Edo
this
people
same
or
worst
Benin
generation?
people or the Oba Benin? No, you're not fighting us at all.
Just hope
You're
and
fighting
pray.
the law.
Hey, anybody
And
will
the
get
arm
here,
of law
they can hear.
must catch you. And when it catches you,
Whatever you
in
think,
your usual
like I
charade, you
always
start
say,
crying.
drop to the
Zoo
comment
people,
section. All
zoo
of us
people,
will learn.
zoo people. All
Please
right.
help me to share
But
it
for
so that people
those
out
who
there
have allowed
who
these
just
young
dress today
miscreants
say yes, we are waiting for
to
one hook up will
deceive
come.
them,
They say now
it's
one
only
day,
you that
person
I
will
pity.
believe say
Because
if
by
they go land
tomorrow,
of the death,
some of you are going
come
to
back.
use your
Now one
hand
day
to
go
go
go,
and
no go
remove
come
those
back. Because
signposts
that same person who you know
after spending some
for
days
gate,
or weeks
who
or
always dey
months
open gate for you.
in
Once you
jail.
do anything we won't go do for
All right.
the land
So
of the
this
death,
is
you go
not
see come back.
anybody
On a very good day, you
trying
go
to
break
bully
the two person we
anybody.
don't understand.
All right. You are the one trying to
The
bully
moment you
us.
enter,
But
you
I'm
lock
just
am
saying
because
that
who
this
no
fight
enter,
is
no
not
come back
our
again.
fight.
Yeah, as
If
if
you
you
think
knock,
we
say
start
open for me,
doing
make
a
I go
social
say you no
media
know because anybody
on
will
and
don't enter,
off
no
with
come
you,
back.
no, we've done
And then
that
you
a
know
lot.
say
That's what we
every
fought
day
the
for
past
peace,
government. We
one
fought
day.
it with our life
Hope
to
and pray that
ensure
God
that
will
Benin
let
Kingdom remains one.
you.
So now we should be enjoying the dividends of our fight. So the state government might not be aware. So any sociocultural group to there, write to the state government, tell them of what I have said, write them, tell them that this is what the law said, and some people are trying to crown Kingo, or some people are crown Kingo, some people now call themselves kings in Igbanke. The issue of whether Igbanke is Igbo land or Benin land, even the Asaba that is closest to them, they cannot lay claim to it to be Igbo land. Agbo, they cannot lay claim it. So Tedo, that they want to now lay claim to them. We beat them right in their own houses. Now they think they can come from all the way from southeast to come and beat us in our house. We are not stupid race. We might have been confined to small, what you call geographical space, but we are not small. We are very calculative and we're strategic. Like I said, you people will start crying a few days or few weeks from now when the state government gets a whim of what you're trying to do at Igbanke. And Benin people should not talk about this matter. I've addressed it once and for all, and I've given, if the state governments are not aware, make them aware. I would have done that, but I'm asking another socio-cultural group, another person to take this glory so that you become one of the heroes of this land. Write to the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Title, and write to the Ministry of Justice through the Office of the Attorney General, to the Office of the Governor. And you see that in few days to few weeks, all of this matter, they will be the one to publicly now come out and say, Wala wa ya bima. So this is all I have to say. All right? Obawa and Tokbe, he said.
Obara Tokbe, he said, Owe I will know who can wakonga. Supan no me akwarunu. Ragwe. Yemoba said, Lao wagai, making a lotel bafu. If ye do nuzomo, no work in Visi. Me a making I where it may so raw, no sote.